Hey guys, it's me, Dominic again. Just wanted to go over a couple things as I started. I'm gonna actually go ahead and start on one of the things that I've been looking at in the past couple days or so. So first off, I want to say to any friends of mine or really anyone I've talked to for more than 10 minutes at a time, whether it be, hey, how's it going, or actual deep conversation, you can go ahead and tell me anything if you think that there is something else that I'm doing wrong and I'm not adding that to the list. Go ahead and tell me because I will not notice that necessarily. I mean, things I've written down are pretty generalized as far as most people. Most people have at least one of these, but if there's something that you see that I'm doing wrong or that I could improve on, please tell me. Like, please. I really want you to, because otherwise I will never realize it, and there's nothing that's going to let me change that unless I realize that I'm doing it. um, I think that's all I need to say on that front. Anyways, I'm actually going to go quite out of order, which is, no. I'm basically going to work on things that I noticed are very big or things that really do affect people a lot, and then work from there. So first thing I need to say is, first thing I'm going to look at is the how much I care about myself, or the, no, hold on, the bad opinion about myself. I'm sorry, I thought of the wrong one. Anyways, so mainly it's that I wanted to mention that in the last part of the video I mentioned that or in the original Flaw video, I mentioned that I was afraid of friends realizing I'm bad and disappearing and all that. I would like to say that's not like a crippling fear. That's not like something I wake up every morning. That's the first thing on my mind. It's not like if I say something wrong, I'll like freeze up and curl into the fetal position until they go away type thing. It it's kind of like if you're afraid of heights and you're on a thin bridge, you know that the bridge is gonna hold you, but you still have that nagging feeling in the back of your head saying, well, what if it doesn't? So I mean, I don't actually ever really think that my friends will disappear or anything. It's just one of those, like, in my mind, deep thoughts that, well, what if they do? What if they just one day decide they hate you? Because I have a generalized view of life, knowing that pretty much anything can happen, and that's whatever. I'm just pre-prepared for it, and so I'm understand that it can happen, and that's the one thing that really worries me a bit. And I probably don't help that a lot. But that's one thing I'm learning to do. So, as far as bad opinion of myself, as to why I think it is there and or the effects of it, is mostly when I was growing up, I was typically the smallest. For those of you who don't actually see me often in real life, I'm about 5'5". Now that's not really that short. It's probably an inch or two below average at most. It's really not that bad. And growing up, I was shorter than average, more than just the inch or two. But whereas most people would just laugh at that and that was it. And I was overly sensitive as a kid. I really shouldn't have been. That's changed a bit. Thankfully, I'm not as bad anymore. But anyways, I would take that to not just mean short, but very weak. And weakness is a big deal for me. Really, my biggest fear is that something will happen to someone and I will be unable to do anything about it. I tend to have some measure of control over things. As far as if something goes wrong, I try to help whoever it is that it's bothering, and things like that. I like to do something to keep it in my grasp, even just a little. And when I'm fully powerless, it's really scary. And so, stemming from that, I'm still rather weak. I don't like go lifting weights or anything. I'm 106 pounds. I checked this morning. Not really that great. I don't really have any sort of muscles on me as far as Strength, I mean, I really am at the lowest that I can be. I don't consider myself like extremely super weak, but I mean, I'm not gonna enter any arm wrestling competitions anytime soon. We'll just put it that way. Um, hmm. Never thought I looked very good. Some people have said differently, but it's really, it's one of those, oh, well, your friend said it. But maybe that's just because it's your friends. I doubt that's it, but again, the back of your head, yeah. um, let us see. I've often considered myself to be kind of funny. I mean, I try to make jokes and make people laugh. It's fun. It's interesting. But I feel like sometimes I'm really annoying at it. Like I'll repeat the same thing too often, or I'll just in general be really annoying with how I do things. And it's really hard for me to gauge people's reactions if they're just laughing because I'm the friend and they don't want to like hurt my feelings, or if they're laughing because it's actually pretty funny and they want me to continue. And so, again, I don't know if I'm annoying people or not. And like I talk to someone online and they don't respond, and like they'll respond with like one word answers a couple times, and like I should just stop because I feel like I'm really bothering them just by saying anything. So that's sorry, it's like 2:45 in the morning. So yeah, I'm tired. Let's see. I consider myself to be. People say that I'm kind of smart. I would say I'm only about average. I just remember things a little easier. It's not really a big difference. That's not anything bad, really. I'm just kind of, I consider myself slightly lower than other people think. Probably should have written these down beforehand, shouldn't I? Oh well. But yeah, I've always, I consider myself lazy. I have all these list of flaws that I have for myself, and I came up with that list of 7 in less than an hour. I mean, that was probably like less than 30 minutes even. So I've kind of had a list going for a while, even in the back of my head. As far as, yeah, that's a larger explanation of that, just so I can get that out there easier to talk about. As far as how that changes things, I can see that being really annoying to people because I end up accidentally harping on the fact that I'm really not that good, and all that kind of stuff, that it brings attention back to me when I'm actually trying to do the direct opposite, and that can be rather annoying. Um, it ends up being kind of weird to talk. Oh, let's see. It's really hard to explain fully how it affects people, in that since I don't like myself but I really like others, I guess I almost help them too much because I care so little that I give. Well, that's a different flaw completely, but they're kind of in the same. But I'll kind of just throw everything I can to help them, and it ends up being that if they ever want to help out or anything, I kind of can't accept them wanting to help me. I can't accept that my friends would really care that much to do something that I just did to them, when it's a two-way street. Like, it's friendship. That's kind of how they work. But it's difficult for me to accept people wanting to help me. I guess that's why it's always been one of those things that has always been a problem for me. And I know that there's no problem with them helping me. That it's a good thing. I mean, I do that to other people. It's just I can't accept other people doing that. So yeah, that can be not very good for me. Let's see. As far as affecting other people, that's really mostly it. It's not one of the ones that heavily bothers people all the time, unless it does, in which case tell me. Again, I am open to suggestion. That's the whole reason I want this done, the whole reason I'm continuing to do this. Mostly the reason I'm opening up with this one is because it goes into all these other ones, that it's kind of like what the underlying root of them all, and so it's something I'm gonna have to get out of the way and talk about so I can apply it to all the other different flaws that I'm gonna have to work on. I might actually add a subflaw around here, being that I don't listen to friends very well. Mostly like when I say, I'm not really that great, and they say, yeah, you are, and I'm like, nah, you don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, that's kind of in the same thing. So we'll just keep it at that. But yeah, I'm sorry, my very scatterbrained right now. It happens at 2, but that's the only time I have any sort of motivation to do anything like this. So we'll see. I'll try to do them earlier, so you're not watching a video about me rambling while I'm trying to fall asleep. Um, that's it for tonight. I'll try to finish up another one soon. It might take a while because I'll be doing a little bit of research as to things that anyone has said about how to help with that, or you know inspirational passages, stuff like things like that, things that'll help me remember. Basically, I'm just going to be memorizing some stuff that'll help me remember what the real deal is when this kind of situation comes up. So that's what's to come. I guess then I shall be seeing you then. Thank you, and I'm gonna go to sleep because I work again tomorrow and I am tired.